Good morning. Happy Monday. Let's go ahead and jump into today's tarot. We have 6 cards for today. The opening card that we have for today is the 5 of Cups. The challenge that we're facing today is the 6 of Swords. The way we're going to get through that challenge is a combination of cards. We have the Death card and the 9 of Cups. The ultimate outcome that we have for today is the 4 of Wands, and I drew another card for us just for some clarity, and we got the 2 of Cups. So that's pretty darn hopeful, considering how we start out today. We start out with these 5 of Cups, and we see this person who has their head looking down at these 3 cups that are spilt over on the ground, and it's almost like there was some ideal situation of the heart that didn't work out. And so it's this sense of loss, and you can see that they don't notice that there's these 2 cups that are standing up right behind them, waiting for them to realize, because they're not looking around themselves. They're just focused on this sense of loss. So the 5 of Cups gives us an option. We can keep looking at that which causes us some kind of emotional suffering, or we can look for where we have some kind of emotional renewal in life. And it's telling us that there is that balance out there. We just have our gaze stuck down. I was stuck in the direction of looking down. I was talking to my friend the other day who was, in a headspace of, ho-hum. And I encouraged them to look up at the stars and look up at the sun and look at the moon, because it lifts our head up and it gives us a sense of hope to pick ourselves up rather than looking down, tripping over our own feet. So we are working with this energy today, this idea of letting go of something that's causing us some degree of unnecessary suffering. The challenge that we have for today is the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords, we see these people who are moving from a turbulent situation into a situation of more calm. But because this is showing up as a challenge for today, there's something that we don't have quite in order in our mind, and it doesn't totally surprise me, considering that if you feel stuck in this place of loss, it may be hard to embark into a new situation or to let go of that and travel towards something that's actually going to create calm and peace in your life. And so this is all about arranging how we're thinking about things, and also bringing in this sense of history, right? When a situation is really fresh and raw, it can be hard to realize that there are these 2 cups that are standing up behind you for you to actualize and realize. And you may not even want those 2 cups, right? You want the 3 cups, one of the 3 cups that has been fallen over and spilt over. But this is encouraging us to move away from that suffering and towards something different. Now, considering that the way that we're going to get through our challenge today is this combination of energy between the 9 of Cups and the Death card, that's kind of an interesting combination, because 9 of Cups is all about this nostalgia and this kind of emotional satiation around a situation. Like this person is sitting in front of their cups and they're kind of proud of all these different experiences that they've had. And that's paired with the Death card, which is this transformational energy that's associated with Scorpio around death and rebirth. And we're living that, right? Something in our lives, quite literally, we have to let go of it so that we can be reborn into a new experience. You have to let go of your dead leaves every fall in order to pull yourself inward, to sustain your energy through the winter when there's not as much ability to do photosynthesis, right? This is how plants work. This is how we work. And if we're going to be embarking in a new year, we have to be willing to let go of that which we hold unnecessary suffering around. And also, consider that the reason why we're likely suffering around it, because there was good stuff in it, right? There was something that we treasured. There's something that satiated us. There's something that brought us some kind of emotional peace. And yet, as much as we may have wanted to solidify that or stabilize that, or we wanted it to be permanent, there's this learning thing that's going on in life, right? And the other person or other party or situation has its own variables at play. And too often we turn the glare at ourselves to look at, what did I do that made this not work out? Whereas it could just be that the timing was off, right? And yet if there was something good in that experience, this is what this combination of cards is asking us to acknowledge and to look at, right? Because there are experiences that we have in life, with our family members, with our friends, with our loved ones, with our lovers, with our enemies, all these things in life. The experience itself isn't the only impression of that experience. We can have multiple kind of snapshots, almost like, you have the viewfinder in your mind, and as you go through life, you get these different snapshots of that situation and how it shaped you and prepared you for another situation. So there's something that's likely still needing to be worked on, and this is what it's reminding us of. There's some transformation that needs to occur. There's something that we have to let go in order to actually put our energy and effort to that which we want to build in our lives, and that which wants to be born in our lives too, right? Because the seed has to die to the shell of the seed before it can actually become a plant, right? There are processes in life, and it may be quite likely that the container that you were in was too confining, and that you are bursting out of that to actually stretch yourself out into the universe in a much more impactful way. So ask yourself, what do you need to stabilize in your life? Where can you put your energy and your effort and your attention in some kind of disciplinary action in your practical life, right? Can you create a schedule for yourself? What is it that is in these two cups that is waiting to be actualized because you just need to pick them up? And so interesting, you guys, because the Two of Cups actually showed up at the end of the reading. And the Two of Cups is a reciprocal relationship. We see these two people who are sharing their cups with one another, and this, Sphinx kind of lioness creature that's being born out of it. And it's just so interesting to me because, we see that the Two of Cups are in this first card, but we're too busy looking down to realize what's actually available to us. So stabilize your efforts, focus on what you want to build and what makes your heart light up, and you will really be amazed at what comes in. Pretty interesting lineup for today, I think. I hope you have a beautiful day, a wonderful Monday, as wonderful as Mondays can be. We're about to get a huge storm in here, and we're all praying for snow, because if you're not aware, being up in the mountains, your whole water supply depends on the snowfall in the winter. So we're all praying for a lot of snow. I hope we get some. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.